Hi guys, how are you all today evening? Good evening. Today I was thinking of talking to you about a person who had a dual personality. This guy was born with that dual personality. On one hand, he had a short temper and he was always itching for a good fight, but on the other, he had to behave like a timid person because he was born in a very non violent and decent family. This guy used to get confused as to what was happening to his psyche. He was a voracious reader and quite erudite and knowledgeable, yet, when it came to his education and schooling, he was weak in maths and science subjects and he was not able to concentrate on them even if he even when he tried to. This boy was very confused as to what happened to his knowledge or his brain or his ability or skill, etc. He was very depressed and distressed. Then one day he came to know very late in life that it all began when he was made to change from his one hand to the other for writing purposes. When this boy was a child, he was born a left-hander, but his peers forced this tiny child to become a right-hander, as a result of which this boy began suffering from dyslexia, pessimism, tension, short temper, argumentativeness, and other such things which made him a failure in his student life. There was a reason behind that. A left-hander, a left-handed person has his right brain strong, and the right-handed person is born with a left brain which is strong. Both the sides of the brain have different faculties, and if a left-handed person is made to write with his right and a right-handed person is forced to write with his left, his psyche goes haywire. Now, after meditating on this friend or this person, I came to know that this person has his first remembrance as, or his first memory as a 4-year-old child who was standing near a lamppost at 11 o'clock in the morning, looking up skywards and asking a very strange question for a 4-year-old. He did not know who was up there, but he was asking, I never wanted to come here. Why did you bring me here? What made me, what made you making me to be born as what I am today? I never wanted a bus. Actually, I wanted to remain upwards or in the other world. Though this guy could not explain his problems remained the same. He did not want another birth in this gross world, but yet he had come here and he did not know why. After contemplating about his own life, he came to know that coming events cast their shadows before. This guy had to look at his own horoscope to know what it meant. This guy had a horoscope which specifically predicted that he had a Kshatriya Varna and a Brahmin birth. This guy could not make head or tail of it. But now, after meditating on this again and again, he feels that probably he was a spiritualist as a Kshatriya in his past birth. He reached a point where he thought that henceforth he will have no other birth, that he will go to the etheric world. But actually, what happened was his destiny and his karma willed otherwise. This guy had some karma to work out in this gross body world, whether he liked it or not. Probably it had happened consciously or subconsciously. As a result of which, before he started taking birth in the etheric world, God willed or destiny willed or his own soul asked him to take another birth in the Brahmin family with Kshatriya Varna, as a result of which he had the qualities of both a Kshatriya and a Brahmana. As a Kshatriya, he had that tendency to fight it out whether anyone liked it or not. But as a Brahmana, he wanted to be scholarly and erudite. Because it confused him, he began losing his temper, especially after his left-handed brain was turned into a right-handed brain by his own peers. All this confused this boy, as a result of which he had to go through several ups and downs all his life. Only when he suffered a stroke and his right side was paralyzed and he was forced to use his left hand, did he realize his true nature and capabilities. He found that what he had not been able to achieve as a right-hander for 56 years, he could achieve in 3 years as a left-handed person. Only if he had been allowed to be a left-hander right in the beginning, probably this guy could have completed his assignment in this world which God had given him long before, and he would be dead by now. But fate willed otherwise, and he had to work out some karma which, though he did not like, it was there in his unconscious and subconscious memory. Something which he did not understand or realize then, but probably his brain or his soul sent vibrations to his brain, which then transmitted it to his gross body and his senses. As a result of which, this guy had to suffer lots of deprivations during his 56 years, and then, despite his frustrations, he had to live life that way and consider himself lucky that he was at least having a life. We all should remember that we should not cherish those memories which are bad for us, or do some efforts or karma that is negative for us, and just live only live for God, because if we do something material which is derogatory or wrong, we will have to work out our karma again and again, birth after birth. If we want to stop taking these births in this material life full of sorrows in a gross body, we should try to think about God all the time and pray for God's deliverance, self realization, and his own realization that he is a part of God and that he is Brahman himself. This applies both for male and female. Hence, we should all think or hope that in either we don't get any birth next time and we are born in etheric, astral, or causal world, or if we get an assignment which has to be completed in this material world, it has to be completed within a very short period of time so that we can go back as soon as possible to the etheric, astral, causal, and other worlds, and to the spiritual world where we can go back to Godhead. Kindly let me know what you think of my observation and my meditation, which has brought out these thoughts and ideas. If you feel that what I am saying is making some sense, kindly subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that I can inform you of my other videos. Kindly pardon me for my appearance, my diction, my spelling, my grammar, etc. Because when I am talking to you about spiritual and material matters, I am not able to concentrate on these frivolous subjects. Till we meet next time, it is good evening from TSV Raghavan.